Guys, this is a real video, truly, my feelings, you know. While I'm going to go ahead and start this video, I'm going to go ahead and drink this strong Natty Daddy. This is just, I just got done with my 40 King Cobra. Proceeding with this. It's not for the faint heart, for sure. Rearranged my room a little bit, put my lamp above the camera, suits the purpose. Moving into fall season soon, then winter, another, bullshit rolls around again. So you chiefs and honkies out there, you better take notes, pay attention. This is my life in a nutshell. Basically there. Okay, you guys already kind of know I had a learning disability. Originally I was told I could not function in a regular classroom because my IQ was so low. This is like in 80, 82, 81, 83 maybe. So all my life I went to private schools. Literally, like, these days I've been literally lonely, faced with loneliness. I had to go to special school from 1989 to 1993. Prior to that, 84 to 88. I was teased during the 80s and bullied relentlessly. Growing up, I always enjoyed Heathcliff. I love Sesame Street. Let me see here. Okay, my battery is doing swell. It's doing not too shabby. I like Sesame Street, Heathcliff, okay, Voltron, He-Man, Fraggle Rock, Star Trek, Inspector Gadget, Captain Caveman, the Snorks. Love the Snorks cartoon. Transformers. I love the Transformers and G.I. Joes. Fighting with those guys when I was young. But later then I turned into like in the WWF back when wrestling was actually good. The original Nintendo console, of course, when I was like 10 years old, I got the original NES. Loved Zelda. Who didn't like Zelda? Tell me about it. So that's basically that. I mean, so it didn't really pinpoint the learning ailment that I had. I malfunctioned somewhere. Self-esteem, confidence always was sucked. I was around 11 when I got the NES, by the way. But I used to tapping journals, obsessive compulsive rituals, routine self-spells of the sort, and then I went to a special school called Marburn for Learning Disabilities, came next. So I left Reynoldsburg and I went to Bexley. It was like 1988. I wore braces for like 5 years. My teeth were like crooked like hell, like a circus fiasco. As a kid, I wore braces. My mom and dad were married into Judaism. My dad was Jewish, and my dad relentlessly helped me with schoolwork. I went to private schools all my life. My studies, especially math, making history notes for me. Prior to that, my dad used to take me for occupational therapy at a hospital, Children's Hospital. My bullying continued through my stay at Marburn, but needless to say, I got good grades, high achievements, awards, and high marks on efforts and attitude. Academic awards flooded me, very organized. I was very organized, developed, merging into it. Then I got into my fetishes, my asphyxia fetish, self-harm, abuse to self. This went on for the next 22 years. Then, till I let go of it upon practicing on myself. Girls, basketball, music was all that mattered to me in the early 90s, 90, then 92, and 93. Up even till 96 when I played basketball. During that span of time, I collected football cards extensively from 1992 to 1998. So skip to 1995. Boston fantasies would reign. Symbolism would consume me, blending ideas, concepts, poems, etc. In 1995, I was a sophomore in high school, and that was a really bad year for me. Being a sophomore in 95 was rough and terrible. So yeah, sophomore in 95. I went from Marburn to a Jewish school in 95. My self-esteem and confidence lagged. 95 was a sour, rough year to my psyche and emotions. 96 I was a junior, and 97 I was a senior, and I graduated in 1997. But in 95 I played football. I went to try a public school. It didn't work out for me. They called me Forrest Gump because my effort was so amazing. So basically I was a senior in 97 and I graduated in 97. Now the downhill whirlwind of hell to follow after my senior high school graduation. So brace hard. 98. So I go to Jerusalem at a Jewish school called Yeshiva. In 98 was also the first year I started Columbus State and college community in January of 98 to be exact. So fast forward to August, I leave for Jerusalem. I leave early now, November 98. My aunt had me evaluated for a psychologist in 98 in Israel. November of 98, my mom's dad passed away of cancer around the time first Toy Story movie debuted, and while he was in hospice, they showed it. So in 97, I got my first job, basically folding clothes right out of high school. 97, nursing home job, straight out of high school. I was washing dishes, pots and pans, raking plates. 99, my parents divorced around about that time. Left Bexley, moved in with my dad. My dad got me my first car in 1984 Plymouth Reliant, only 62,000 miles or something. 98, 2002. Oh shit. Oh, man, battery's doing pretty good. So 98 to 2002, I finished Columbus State. 2002, fall of 2002, finished Columbus State with a dental technology certificate. I never used it, never got a job. So between 1999 and 2012, I had odd jobs, temp work, kitchen jobs, warehouse, factory, you name it. Done about everything except computer work. So in 2000, I began on alcohol due to my warehouse job. I used to sneak into my dad's to get buzzed. Hank Killian was his name, Vietnam vet, introduced me to the world of drinking. He was from West Virginia. And this was at Mattress Warehouse when I worked there, around 2000. So people used to smoke joints in there and you name it. Mostly black people in there. Your atmosphere dictates a lot. So moving forward, I left there due to verbal harassment in 2001 or 02. Then Kristen met me in 2001 in Michigan via AOL, American Online, off good old AOL. I used to rent cars to see her in Lansing, Michigan. Last time I saw her there was May of 2002. Turns out, we never dated. I thought maybe we would, but that's a long story. 2003, so in 2003 I started a job at a printing factory to 2005. Also note I worked at a retirement home, Kensington, in the kitchen from 97 to December of 03. Respectively. In 2004, had my own apartment studio. 2005, in January, my apartment got broken into. I trusted some drug dealer on the west side. Moved back in with my dad. Wasn't getting along with my dad. So in 2005, June, joined the Army. Got out of the Army April 2006, and moved with my brother in Cincinnati. Cincy. I got Senegon armor holding job through ABPS, earning about $500 a week while there. Right when I left the Army, worked 14 weeks there, then lost my job. Forced to move back with my dad, put stuff in storage. Dad had roaches. That's another story. December 2006, I came back, bought my cat Taffy from Indiana. I acquired while down south. I filed bankruptcy, lost car a year later. Then the retirement home, lo and behold, rehired me. So in 2007, I left there, and soon after I left there, and then I went to another place, Wexner Dietary, then Capital University in 2010 or 11. Alcohol poison sent me in the ER. I lived with my mom after my Winchester Oak apartment for the next 3 years, almost 2012 to 2015. May of 2015, this is confusing, rehired. I left there my dad kicked me out once and my mom did. Anyways, that was before my current apartment. Dad kicked me out once, got assigned a bed at a homeless shelter once, tossed me to my mom, then my mom tossed me back to my dad. What I've quit, okay. What I've quit, I've only had one prom my whole life. Get that. I've only had one prom my whole life. Never stepped foot in a courtroom. Only been on a boat once in my life. I had a few guns in my life, a shotgun, never fired that when I was in Cincinnati. I never fired my Richardson Harrington gun, revolver, 6-shooter. Never fired my Glock. I had a High Point, never even fired that. My dad took it from me when I was like 19 or 21. I don't even know. It's just, I tried DeVry twice. This is my quits. I owed money to computers. I got an Army honorable discharge, so I owed DeVry a lot of money. Columbus State Culinary School, I dropped out of that because they switched my major. Columbus State, I tried radiology, dropped out of that. Home College, my apartment. moons ago, many moons ago, I tried occupational therapy aid. That fell through the cloud, through the ceiling, didn't work out. So, needless to say, I owed all the money. Filed bankruptcy once in my life. I've been told I have Asperger's, a dash of autism in my life. I've always been in the private schools. Only 13 in my graduating class in high school. Only dated once in my life. It lasted only 2.5 months. That's official. Then, of course, my current fetish started with Peach Four Loco 2010. The current I'm battling beard degrading, humiliation, self-harm fetish to be teased, poked fun at, called pathetic loser because I have a bad liver. I succeeded by asphyxia, neck play, hypoxia, and fetish, erotic asphyxiation. There you have it. That's in a nutshell my life. There's a lot of other deeper things I could share with you, like this kid swallowing a needle or something, a little girl, I don't know, when I was a kid, Sesame Street, I don't know, other weird stuff, aliens in backyards. I can go on for other things and freak you out, but that's my, current. My sister is, 2 years younger than me, and I have a half brother, different dad, same mom, 10 years older than me, so there you go, Anyways, I hope you got something out of it. I'm about to carry on with my night. I'm about to upload this long ass video, so thank you and stay tuned. That was my life in a nutshell. Going to private schools, confidence, self-esteem sucked, hated things, had rituals and symbolism and wrote journals and stuff growing up, and never really had friends, social life, and been by myself my whole life. Here I am, gonna be 37 soon. Next thing before I'll be 40 before you know it, and then who knows what the future holds. I don't know, but I just like to sip on this stuff natty daddy, and get kind of buzzed. So thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for now. And I like to try different things, put on hats, act country because I love the country. Maybe one day I'll meet me a country hot chick that likes horses. I don't know.